BlazBlue's story is way too fucking much. It's not helped by the fact they basically repeat it for a game or two, just because it's like I guess they just didn't have. Oh, hello, what is this? There we go. I don't think we're done hearing about Saul at this point. Like, I think Saul, if ASW continues with the direction of Guilty Gear's story, they should just get Studio Orange to make an anime and use that as advertisement for the game. Yes, just go for it. There we go. Now where are we? Okay, we can probably open that gate back this way. Oh, this is a new enemy type. Oh, cool, I hate it. Like... Oh, nice. Chain of Sorcery just in a crate. Well, that's especially good to make note of. Oh, whoa! Box demon. Yeah. There you go. I've seen them outsource to story mode so people can actually animate it. Some of those animations in story mode were jank. Jekko clipping into Soul's bike at one point. Like, it was berserk. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like there's levels of it that's forgivable to me just because it is like they're trying to do a lot. I think like there's a lot of decisions that were made. Basically having the whole thing take place in like basically one location, I think was like definitely an idea, was a byproduct of like we can only do so much, but like it's like fine. I think it was a mistake to abandon branching paths. It just needs a different framing. Like, you don't have to see every single goddamn path to unlock the true ending. You just get it after a few characters you like. Yeah. But then it becomes what's ultimately relevant out of what you're watching, I guess. Yeah. Okay, we're kind of making progress, sort of, maybe? I'm someplace new, so that's like the main thing, right? Oh. And I'm at least finding items, so that's good. But yeah, no, I'm okay with this like direction for Arc System Works stuff. BlazBlue got too hefty, and it became a problem even for Arc System Works to work on. Because suddenly, like, your game, like, you know, they were basically like having to BlazBlue. I think the difference between like Chrono Phantasma coming out in Japan and the US was like 8 months because the localization was taking so long. Oh hey, we got an achievement. Outset. Oh, I think we found someplace new. Frida's ring grants the ability to parry once equipped. Press ZR in time with the incoming attack. Oh, worn by the White Priestess of the Fount. The third Priestess of the Fount was third? Oh, there's more than one. Was a special note in that she was less susceptible to blight, allowing her to bestow salvation upon the sufferers. Okay. I'm like, is this a bench? It's a very pretty bench. Okay. We can equip things now. How much? I can equip it all. Oh my goodness, it's free too. We made it. We figured our way through this. I mean, I can imagine Castlevania game sales probably increased after their anime dropped. It was dope. Agreed, Potter. Never been a big fan of multiple playthroughs to unlock all the content in a game. I understand that increases replayability, but that's, should always be a bonus, never a requirement. Yeah, otherwise it's not replay value, it's play value, exactly. Because people will consider the game unfinished until they reach an actual conclusion. To expand story, every game can go to strange results. I don't think branching paths are a bad idea, but I'm sick of them after playing Zero Escape series. So much timeline jumping, so much. Yeah, it kind of gets to be a lot. Like at a certain point, like it's like what's ultimately like relevant here, I think. So we got some blight shards. Okay, we're gonna upgrade this because I mean I feel like our projectile. It'd be good to have a projectile that we can upgrade. I feel like I should just save up for this one more. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna save those ones. So, yeah. Technically, in Automata, you only replay the game once. Yeah, that's true. Then you get the new content for C and D. Yeah, and they give it honestly why I've never played Automata, because it's huge for one run, let alone like 3 or 4. It's not. Ooh, what is this? Do you wish to skip this? No. Oh, we found plot. The sunken graveyard is upon us. Ooh, new area. Signs of the ancients litter this place. Indeed, not much has changed since then. In fact, the ancients once called what is now Land's End their home. Their homes, their families, their honor, all stolen away from them. I don't know what I would call immortality a form of survival, but either way, I am the last of the ancient warriors. Once I fell, nothing remained of my era after I awoke, save for my deathless pact, of course. Which is to say, I think we both feel what it's like to be left alone. Oh, yeah. Do 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 do. My neck. No. Okay. Just fucking go for it. Okay, we're in the catacombs. What? Oh boy. Guess we live down here now. Just get the rain yet. Oh god, the spiders. Not a big fan of that. Pick up our blight shards. There we go. There we go. Let me see here. Does Undertale have multiple playthroughs? I would say yes, just in the nature of it, but yeah, I kind of get what you're saying. In Automata though, like the replays are part of like kind of the structure of its plot, but I know a lot of people that played it like through like once or twice, and they're like, they get halfway through the second playthrough and they're like, no, I'm done, I've been here, done that, and it's like it's like no, there's so much more going on here. Alright. Let's go this way. Haven't played Undertale, been meaning to. Gotcha. Undertale's super good, highly recommend it. Yeah, gotta use that projectile combo, let's go. Root B in Automata doesn't add or change enough to, yeah, and that's like probably one of its bigger flaws, honestly. That comes from somebody that's kind of, admittedly, Automata, even though I like a lot of aspects of it, I'm still very like lukewarm on the game. Whoa, that was a big dive. I'm still kind of lukewarm on it. It's like fine. Okay, what do we got around here? Okay, time for bone wheels. Don't give up, skeleton. No. Maybe I'll get the bone wheel in this. I'll be able to summon it. I'm like looking at the ladder. I'm like, does this go all the way up? It's only like 50 hours to be automata. I have like 4 times that in other games. Yeah. I don't like 50 hours. I think is actually maybe a little bit like high for automata. I probably spent like more than that, but that was like doing like everything in the game. I don't remember it being like that long. I think Ruby should be the focus. Ep.2. Yeah. Okay. Probably should have explored that area a little bit more before I found my way to the bone pile. Oh god. Oh, let's jump up into a genius. Ooh. Oh. Oh god. Well, at least I found my way to the next area, so that's good. Or at least a area. There. There. Because I think the thing with like automata, I guess, is that like the loop is part of the plot, if that makes sense. Whereas something like Undertale, I don't know how much it is actually individually part of the plot to play through all the playthroughs in Undertale. I think that would maybe be like the difference between those two things, maybe. Oh, cool. I hate that thing. Let's get rid of it. Yeah, play it, never touch it again. It does. It's true. Head pat, yes. So I guess in that instance, it's especially. Oh, we got a mid boss. Oh, cool! It's oh, big damage. That's what it is. Okay. Oh my goodness! Speaking of big damage. Ooh. Oh, shit. Got it. There we go. Safety dive. Off to bed. All right, Potter. Well, thank you for hanging out with us. You have a great night, all right? Yeah, purify. Purify spider friend. I'm sure it's gonna be like webbing or whatever. Elder Crypt Keeper. Fires arcane projectiles of damage and trap enemies for a short time. After a lifetime spent guarding the catacombs, the Elder Crypt Keeper had earned eternal rest. His dying wish was to be interred under the watchful eye of his son, the apprentice. The wish wasn't to become a spider monster? Okay, I guess it's fair. There we go. Uh-oh. There we go. We definitely need his save point here. No. Nope. Hard no. Okay. Yes, yes. Oh my goodness, also I have a head pat. I'm still receiving the head pat. I'm like, wait a minute. Whoa, jeez. Oh, there it is. Ouch. Eternal head pat. Hey, Bador. Maturing place to go for a walk. Yes. Let's walk to the let's walk to Skull Mountain. As one does. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna try and go all the way over this way first. Just because I feel like there might have been something useful over this way. I really should have probably spent my souls or whatever. It's not quite the same as it is in Dark Souls, because I think it's just like, I don't even think you lose your currency when you die. Okay, we got a door here, so probably a shortcut. Yeah, 2 doors. Okay. Got a bunch of stuff. In one of my GGDs, question mark, that was basically a Guilty Gear ripoff. I had a tall skeleton guy who swung his own coffin as a weapon. And if Dickinson plays like my idea for that guy, I'll actually consider myself a gaming psychic. That's fair. You know who's a gaming psychic? 100% Hive. Hive just came up with fucking Giovanna's outfit, like literally like 2 months before she was announced. It was like, I was like, holy shit, Hive. It was definitely something. Oh, game design documents. Got you. Right. You know who would be a good Guilty Gear character who isn't a Guilty Gear character? Beyond the Grave from Gungrave. Yeah, kind of has the right aesthetic, I guess. Sort of. Gungrave has never really been my thing personally, but yeah, I could see it kind of working. I'm like trying to think who would be a good cameo character in Guilty Gear. That's a good question. The easy answer is something from like Blaze Blue or something like that, I guess, maybe, but yeah. There we go. I was secretly working for Access Works, maybe. Alright, I remembered that game exists. He just looks like a Guilty Gear character, he does. Aw. I guess I should just go down this way. Wait. We got an item up here, I think. I keep going around here. The individual rooms in this are quite large, so it does definitely take a little bit of exploring just to work your way around the rooms themselves sometimes. Yeah, there's something up there. We can't reach that, so I think that kind of says it all. Yeah, that's forever away. Ryu from the streets, yes. If I can love what is it, jumping a hard kick and dirt. I'm not gonna lie, every time I've seen that video, it fucking kills me every time I see it. And dirt. Oh god. There. Okay, we gotta get rid of this nest. These nests are no good. Alright. Villain from the Trigun movie would make a... Honestly, like... I do feel kind of like... the designer, the creator of Trigun, like... There's a lot of overlap there. There's a lot of overlap there that has potential. Like, yes. Defense of the Twin Spires, too. After a long, grueling battle, the White Priestess of the Fount was finally able to purify the Blight invaders. From that time on, few interlopers from the Blight lands were ever sighted. Pieces returned to the land's end. The power of the White Priestess of the Wind allowed the Twin Spires to be built. Standing as a symbol of the realm's defense, the Priestess of the Fount fought to defend them. Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess I did acquire a new thing. I guess maybe instead of that, seems like maybe a good idea. Don't think we can enhance anything just yet. Like, yeah, we'll try it just because, like, otherwise I don't even know what it's like, right? Oh, it is really, really like rapid fire. Just everywhere is great, cool. Got an elevator. Rockabilly Red Cadillac. What a great name. Gosh. I haven't finished my name change form yet. Maybe I gotta rethink this. Sure is a name they gave a character, yes. Yeah. But you could find a One Piece character that wouldn't look at a place in Guilty Gear roster, probably. I mean, One Piece characters are fucking wild. That's a pretty safe bet. There's a lot of One Piece to draw from. Ooh. There we go. Gosh, I'm so behind on One Piece. I'd like to catch up on it, but it's so much. The One Piece is good. Yeah, there we go. Like, I appreciate the pure like zest they like approach with like their characters. Just so many characters. Steve from Minecraft. Yo, who do you want to win a fight? I don't like Buggy that much. Just, yeah. There we go. We're gonna go up this way. Okay. We're gonna go this way. Yeah. But there may have been like a lot of character development since I like last was reading One Piece though. Yeah. I'm going to, I guess, go back down. Yeah. I guess there's been some character development since I've last read. There we go. Let's go down this way. Honestly, it's a mix of like, it's been forever since, like, there hasn't been any. I just love him. Okay, that's fair. Oh, we just smashed these doors. Okay. Oh my goodness, okay. She has a boomerang and I love her. Okay, so we just fucking smashed the doors. Killed this ring, slightly reduces cooldown times. Okay, seems like a good thing to have. Okay. So we just smashed the doors. Hey Rabbit, how you doing? But hey, that's fair. Different people like different things, right? But it's been forever since like that arc that I've like, you know, so it's like, you know, going back to it, I have to see. Because I mean, that's the thing with One Piece. It's like, when did I read that arc? Probably 15 years ago. So probably even more than that, really. Oh gosh. Arc System Works asked who people want for guest fighters on a one-off survey, but I honestly couldn't think of anything suitable. But 90s and early 2000 action anime characters could fit decently well. Now that I think of it, problem is they won't draw in new players since their old IPs. Agreed. Yeah. Okay, so we're just smashing doors. Okay, easy. I'm like, why didn't you just why didn't you just tell me you wanted me to smash the doors? Oh yeah, like as much as I think like hell, having like characters from Trigun would fit really well in the universe for Guilty Gear, but like yeah, like it's not something I would be like worried about. I find like honestly Guilty Gear is just good on its own. How am I smashing these doors? Was I could have just went this way. Why did I not swing my sword at the doors? Possible to paternally, luckily, and way out of his depth, which really is more motivation to never do anything strenuous. Oh. Yeah. Okay, well, we will just go down here. Yeah, get fucked, pot demon. There we go. There we go. I need to be a little bit more patient. I'm kind of just chewing my way through most of these enemies, so it's like probably be in my interest to, yeah, Vash, Happy Elfeld. Yes, give me three gunslingers. Hell yeah. My body's ready. Oh yeah, we have a parry now. That's something I should try and use. You know what I would really like to have right now? A bench. Yeah. Oh. God, this area is so big. This is kind of becoming overwhelming. Sounds about right. Yeah. We'd be like that sometimes, esque. Yeah. Also, if I didn't say it, welcome to the chat. Yeah. Oh. Whoa. There we go. Whoa. Oh, not going. Oh, hey, we parried the arrow. That's kind of cool. Oh, we got nicked by that. Love how his character arc starts because he, like that's it. Just called taking damage to save time, exactly, right? Yeah, I'm like first playthrough, also a speed run. Dante's Devil Trigger was inspired by Soul's Dragon Install. I have a feeling probably Dante's Devil Trigger falls probably more under like anime inspirations. Put Virgil in Strive. Make him as busted as he wasn't. I don't know how these characters kind of fit, but like in. Oh. Let's heal. But there we go. Cool. I hate it. There we go. I wouldn't. Well, jeez. Boy, these areas are really full. Yeah. I don't want Virgil in Strive because he fits. I want him in Strive to ruin it. Gotcha. That's the goal. To ruin Guilty Gear. Because Virgil cameos ruin games make me belly laugh. That's fair. Yeah. There we go. I like my fighting games to be playable, Nova. It's not playable. Oh, bench. I feel like I'm missing a million things right now. Okay, we don't quite have enough room for this ring. Slightly reduces cooldown times. What would we want to trade here? So we have HP, defense, damage. This is about only on the ground though. This is a pretty universal thing, but it's also, I'm generally using things that don't have a whole lot of cooldown, so in fact they have 0 cooldown, so not quite as relevant. Let's make people motivated. Yeah. Okay, we got more lore. The next White Priestess, Lady Frita, the third White Priestess, will take up the mantle in the name of Eastern Fount. Silva will make a wonderful guardian, but the pressure of taking on the role of priestess at such a tender age will be immeasurable. It might be better for her to stay in the catacombs, or her home. Has it ever been a good thing for somebody to stay in the catacombs, or her hometown by the cliffs, and spend her days in the castle? The White Priestess of Wind wishes for assistance. Young lady, any way we can. Okay. Never understand how people enjoy broken ass games like Marvel vs. Capcom and cannot stand getting touch of death by a character who combos for 5 straight minutes. I don't really have a qualm with like touch of death so much. It's like all about the pacing, and like for Marvel vs. Capcom, it's more like the combo length kind of gets a little old. But honestly, there's other games that I play that like that's an issue into. It's like BlazBlue. Combo length is really like, it gets old for me. Even though I like it. But Catacombs means no living people, and no living people means no blight things, I guess. I guess that kind of makes sense. Okay, probably a boss. Nope. More skeleton. Oh, fuck. Okay, we're down here now. Boy, these maps are really complex. Whoa, jeez. To be fair, but you have touch of death at least 3 times exactly, which is why there is touch of death, because if there wasn't touch of death, you'd be really chewing. You'd be really chewing in that game. It's already a game where there can be a lot of chew sometimes. Nope. Just love Virgil. Yeah, Virgie. Yeah. Just stands up, explodes immediately. I've had days like that. I'm like relatable. There we go. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I keep getting hit here. There. Oh, wow. I have no sense of like how I'm doing anything. Fuck. At least we'll just parry our way through. 1 minute I'm fighting spiders, 1 minute I'm fighting bugs, 1 minute I'm fighting skeletons. Now I'm underwater and I'm fighting fish people. Yeah. But like so here's the thing. Marvel vs. Capcom, like when it comes down to it, I understand not everybody's bag, like it's fine. But it's one of those things that's like some fighters, like the enjoyment is like how like toy box they are. They gave like Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is just giving a whole bunch of characters a whole bunch of things and doing a whole bunch of stuff, and then they're like, we'll sort it out like after the fact, like, and you know they, you know, we'll let players kind of sort it out and then we'll feel it out a little bit. Like, whereas like a lot of other fighting games try to go for like a more sound balance, I guess. Like, I don't think there was any like Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was never like really touted as being a game that was going to try to be like really balanced in that way. And I think there's value to like a game like that where it's just like, fuck it, just a whole bunch of things and let people have fun and just sort it out that way, right? But it's like, it depends on what you're looking for, I guess. Defense of the Twin Spires 1. A plague wind blew in from the far east, and with it a swarm of blighted abominations. Vile creatures followed the Lord, the Crimson Blight. Okay, now we have a name. They were the hatred of the ancients made manifest. Warped into wicked nightmarish forms, awaiting their arrival at the Twin Spires were the White Priestess of the Fount and the brave knights who would face this new threat to Land's End. Even after being cut down time again, the knights return to the fray. You know what? It'd be interesting to see a fighting game where you can select a single fully playable character and then a few Skullgirls style assists. So you can play one full character and steal any moves from two other characters on the roster. Okay. Like, all merged into like a single character, I take it, with a few Skullgirls assists. I feel like there's a game or two like that exists. The only one I can think of off the top of my head, which isn't a good game, is what is it called? Vanguard Princess kind of works a little bit like that, because your assists aren't full characters; they're just individual moves. I wish they even pretended to care. Like, perfect balance is impossible, but at least try to make it better. Nah, Capcom's like, nah, we don't got time for that. They're like, no, more, add more characters, add more silliness. Oh, that's dangerous. The game is called Nitro Plus Blasters, and it's booty. There you go. Yeah. I was about to say, I'm pretty sure this exact concept does exist in a few ways. Ooh. I know I'm working my way back to a bench, but get out of here. Do not venture deeper underground. We're working our way back. Fuck. Well, I guess we're only that much closer. Fuck! We have to go around again. There we go. You can name a character Donut Steel. Oh my god, I love it. I love it, Rabbit. Donut Steel. Yeah. Okay, let's go back around, because we need some health. But we did clear out some stuff, so that's a good thing. Wait, is that like a thing that would fix the floor? Probably not. but it's a different type of game. Some people look for like that, like exploration, and something like Marvel vs. Capcom has that. That's like part of the enjoyment for some people, but finding some wild new broken thing that people might not know about. Problem with the Versus series is there's so many little actual usable characters. Sure, the roster's huge, but and that's the thing though. That's like the boil. That's like kind of the end game of it. Like, oh, there we go. But that's not unusual for a lot of games, though. Like towards, especially when they're played at such a high caliber, right? These things like boil out in the long run. Same thing could be like said about something like Smash Bros. Melee, where it's like really there's only like 8 characters that are really played like to any high competitive degree. Can't reach me. And that's the thing. You can sometimes play like a off-kilter team, something that doesn't exist. One of my friends that played Marvel vs. Capcom competitively played Phoenix. Played Phoenix right. I forget who else was on his team, but it definitely caught people off guard. Oh, we're getting bullied. There. Yeah. Melee is a really good example of a horrendously balanced game. Yes, it works out alright-ish because of the meta and tiers. And that's the thing, like you have a big cast in Melee. I mean, it was big at the time, but only like a handful of characters are actually like played for the most part, and it's like that's kind of the gist of it. I'm not saying Melee is a good example of, well, like, I mean, like, I wouldn't want, me personally, I wouldn't want a game that like is balanced like Melee, but I say balanced quotation fingers because it obviously was just natural how they approached it. It was just like, this is the game we made and people sorted it out, right? There was ultimately no like bigger sense of like going for like balance, because Melee was really before Sakurai, I think, was looking at it and saying, hey, this is going to be a competitive fighting game. Mostly by accident, yeah, agreed. Okay. I hate these bugs. No, go away. Okay. What a weird shaped area. There we go. I don't think that's an equivalent example to tag fighters, though. In fact, I'm not comparing it to tag fighters as much as I am saying that like some games the balance is found naturally. It's not like how to put it, like I'm more comparing this to like the fact that like when a game is really sorted out, like in the end, like something like Melee and Marvel vs. Capcom 3 were played so intensely that like the balance kind of sifts down to those few characters, right? Like you can play anyone you want, just have a top tier mercenary on backup. You don't even have to wait for devs to balance your favorite. Aquaplaza lets you pick one main character and one support character with 2 assists. It's not the most balanced game, but I love it. And that's the thing. This is also something that I think should be said is like really, really like balanced games aren't always the fun ones. The fun games are sometimes the games that find that nice balance between find like a through line between having some like silly jank to it and like dumb things in it, but also isn't like so completely like broken that it's unplayable. Like to me, like Guilty Gear, that's one of the reasons why I like Guilty Gear, is like every character has something that's kind of a little bit bullshitty, and I like that, because I think like good fighting games I like have some slime to them. I like them getting to spike these spiders. go. Because, like, this is, like, partly why I feel like I don't really like something like Street Fighter 5, even though Street Fighter 5, one would argue, is probably not any more balanced than any other, and like, Guilty Gear or anything else. But, like, to me, like, early on with Street Fighter 5, it felt so obsessed with trying to get the balance, like, get the balance, like, super, super, like, good. And I'm like, nah, this ain't it. And balance characters add dimensions to the game, exactly. Because the thing is if you try and balance too much, you end up with characters that are all exactly like the same, essentially. This is where you get into something that's like I guess like for like a lesser comparison, like Brawl. This is of course not counting Meta Knight, Snake, and DDD, because like the bulk of Brawl's cast is like equally balanced across itself, because nobody has anything, nobody can do anything, there's no combos, there's no nothing. The characters that were like boiled up to the top are all characters that have like broken garbage that like work really well, and Meta Knight, who's just good. So it's like, so you end up with a game where like it's just there's nothing there. But I don't want to even get into the idea of like Brawl and competitive play, because no. Extremely is extremely enough in games like Marvel vs. Capcom Melee that affects casual play. Yeah, I could like, I've definitely noticed it, like, ooh, bench, ooh, chair. It's like in Cathedral, maybe the White Knight. Does it spark your memory at all? Silva's note. I know like towards like my later end of my melee play, I could definitely like feel like me and one of my friends from college, we used to play Melee like constantly, like all the time. When we weren't working on stuff, we were playing Melee. Like, my main's Ness. Everybody knows that I've played Ness for years. But it was definitely like, we hit a point where it was like, the character picks, we had to kind of like low-key blind pick, because like, or at least like we were going into the matches with like agreements of like what characters we were picking, because it's like, if I ran like Ness against like his Peach, untouchable. There was nothing you could do, because Peach is just like solo classes like Ness at that point. I mean, I was pretty experienced in Melee. I probably could have been playing it competitive at the time. I wasn't, mostly just because there wasn't any tournaments around here at the time, but it's like still something that's like, but if I was like using Peach, it was super even. So I mean, like, it does impact it to a degree, but it's like how relevant the tiers are to like your average player is something that varies from game to game too, also. Alright, the Knights of Soldiers of Twin Spire haunt me. Rising to their feet. My brain doesn't go fast enough to play Melee at half speed. Rising to their feet after being cut down. Undaunted in the face of the blight, acting much like those affected by the same. Should I have asked the White Priestess more questions? Maybe then I wouldn't have so many unanswered. I long feared the priestess and I were lone souls at the spires spared by the blight. Sorry, Sigrid. I became a guardian to protect you, but it turns out I'm unworthy of the role. Does this spark your memory at all? Yeah, and I mean, like, at high level Melee, because the thing is like, I think an important thing too is like, competitive is like a broad term. Like, a lot of people can still qualify as like competitive, but not necessarily, they're not going to be like what you typically see from like Melee play, right? But they might fall under the more average person you run into like at a Melee tournament. My brain doesn't go fast enough for Melee at half speed. Melee is a lot. It is very, very intense at high level. I'm mainly trying to say no fighting games should be that broken, past, present, or future. Gotcha. Yeah, and I mean, like, Marvel's always kind of fallen under the just like throw a bunch of things together and see what sticks. What I'm saying is the culture of the game has impacted our precision balance. If you only watch melee highlights, you'd think Yoshi was viable. There we go. Oddly enough, I know one of the better Yoshi players for Ultimate that used to play in our tournaments here. They live quite close to me. I forget what their tag is, but oof, boy, that is a scary match. People, I'm mainly speaking from personal experience. I never follow high level play. Oh great, boy, this game really has like hits you with a lot of enemies. There, get rid of that thing. No. Oop, nope, hard knowing that. There we go. But at this point, I never know what's actually being like talked about. I'm just like, oh, whoa. That was an interesting jump. We got up really high, really quickly. There we go. Yeah. Oh, there's another floating water pillar. Is it a little bit hard to see? Oh, I guess the gist of like Marvel, but it is what it is. Different people want different things, and there's different games to be made. Whoop. I'm like, parry! Get shot on the top of the head. What are these? Forced to kill each other. Cruelty knows no bounds. Wow. Boy, these projectiles are really trying their best to hit me, aren't they? I do think I have a wall jump. Right. But, there we go. Fuck, safety dive right into the arrow. Let's go. Okay, we got another path over this way. Okay, we might make a shortcut maybe if we go this way. Not the most common thing though in this game. Ow. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we're getting bullied. We need to get out of here. We don't even have any health. No. This ain't looking good. It was like it did that way too early. Nope. Nope. No. Okay, good. Nice. We opened our shortcut. Look at us. Getting so great at combat rolls. No, she kind of just dives. Oh, this appears to have been the White Priestess's room. Performing the purification brings joy back to the people. I must continue, if only to be that small service. I thought I was useless, but they need me as long as I'm the White Priestess. Seems she was an avid artist. So it looks like there must be 3 priestesses. Yeah, water go down, me go up. Yeah. Hmm. Did you know it's not only possible, it's actually quite simple to roll in full plate armor? I mean, just take a spill down a hill. I'm pretty sure a lot of knights have done it. Probably to their demise, but you know what? There we go. Ooh, there we go. I don't. Oh, nice hit. Just nailed me. I don't know if you'd want to though, because generally, as soon as you're off your feet, that's a bad thing. That's usually how you get you get a mean case of the dead as soon as you're off your feet. It's like, I mean, a tactical roll, yes. Tactical roll down a hill. Yeah. People always say you're too heavy in plate mail, but that's not the drawback. The drawback is it's taxing. Yes, it would exhaust a person. Really, like, I suspect less movement is more in something like that. Because you want to preserve energy, or conserve energy, rather. You don't get iframes IRL, so there's not really much point exactly. But you'd be dead tired. And also, which is why stamina, yes. But it's also like, yeah, like it's the gist of it. You don't get iframes IRL. and generally being like on the ground is not a good place to be. It's never a good place to be in a fight. You don't want to be down there. Especially if you're weighed down by armor, because like that's gonna mean that you're potentially not gonna get back to your feet very easily. It was realistic all along. Yes, quick roll, but 300% stamina usage. Whoa. I was mostly talking about the context of Dark Souls balancing heavy armor with slower movement. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Woo! There we go. Yeah. Fuck. I'm just like, bye. Boy, this area just keeps going. I'm never gonna find everything in this game because it's just like there's so much. This area is so big. Okay, I took the second hit. There we go. That they introduced that just like the perfect time, because if you didn't have the ability to do standing block in this, that'd be make a lot of this hard. Like a lot harder. There we go. The heirloom of the Land's End. The guardian heirloom of the White Priestess. Heirloom? Heirloom. I always do that. I've done that since like grade 2. White Priestess is said to house a warding power that protects one from enemies and suffers suffering caused by purifying the blight. It's unknown who created it, or by what means, only that it somehow came into possession of the first White Priestess long ago. Okay. A little bit early, but whatever. First events people always told Sigmire doing ninja flips is totally realistic, which is horseshit because he literally could. Sigmire's he's just a good onion, and I'm just like, yes. I appreciate that crazy onion. There we go. Ah! Okay, well, we're up at the very top, so it's gotta take us somewhere. Please be a bench. There's no bench here. Frida's Memoirs 3. The nightmare of Twin Spires is finally over. I've never seen so much death. Never had to purify so many unspeakable sights. I can't. Can anyone fathom the pain I bear? Lately, numbness infiltrates my body. A kind of unfeeling, unrelated to the pains of blight. Were to reach my right hand, what becomes of my promise to draw for him a picture? Oh. Oh. This room seems sketchy to me. Snow. Yeah. Whoa. Oh god, teleporting crows. Oh god, no. Anything but this. Oh, this isn't gonna be annoying or anything. There we go. Annoys me on multiple levels. Realism is not the end of discussion on game design. Oh, definitely. Realism is very rare. Have any of y'all ever been realism? Have you ever seen real life like realism? Overrated. Not that great. Kind of sucks. No iframes. 5 out of 10. Has pizza. That's really the best part. It's not even realism. It's an uneducated guess. An excuse to make a character slow is a bad one because losing speed is exponentially more debilitating than losing anything else. But it's not balanced that way for realism. It's balanced to allow different character builds. It doesn't, though, because fat trolling is a death sentence. I mean, if we've moved over to Dark Souls is basically, it's a lot like Marvel vs. Capcom 3. It's a toy box. Like, they give you a bunch of tools and they've really let kind of players sort it out what ends up working. They just kind of winged it on their own endeavors, I think. I mean, there's definitely some like balancing going on, like low-key, but I think it's like pretty light by comparison. It's not balanced like certain things. Although I do find Dark Souls 3, I think Dark Souls 2 and 3, they went into it more with like that kind of mindset because I think they realized that PvP was going to be a bigger factor in the game. Oh, hello. So I don't know what else is going up there for other than that. I play Dark Souls, I just go hard. I just go a hard game goes brrr. When you say it should be changed, people always talk about realism. Yeah, I guess. Well, I don't want realistic Dark Souls. That sounds dumb. And honestly, it sounds like most people don't want realistic Dark Souls, because that would just be fighting a bunch of armored guys, and that's like the #1 complaint about Dark Souls 2. It's just a bunch of armored guys, and it's like, yeah, that's pretty much how it's like kicking around. Oh god, poison water. Ah! Don't get me started. Oh. Oh. Take the hits. There we go. I love the hang time on that. Whoa, hello. Uh-oh, boss. Oh my goodness, dynamic archer. Okay, it's definitely vulnerable to projectiles. Wow. Oh, that was not ideal. Oh. Too far away. Whoa, many arrows. Got him. There we go. Another mid-boss. Why, even after all those times I told... no. No, stop making the text move too fast. I'm a slow reader, baby. Fallen Archer releases a fan-shaped volley of arrows skyward to attack airborne enemies. That'd be really useful. The kingdom's greatest archer became a sinner to save his guardian sister. All sinners became immortal knights and were charged with defending the bastion. I see. Pardon me. I could power New York with the burning rage I feel over the Souls fan base over Dark Souls 2. Once you put magic, anything can happen. I don't know what's even being argued. I'm just here having a good time. Oh snap! It's one of the priestesses. It could be the White Priestess escaped the Priestess Wish. Prayer restoration. Fleeting wish left by a White Priestess at the moment of her death. It's super unnerving that they're all like, it's like, uh-oh. That's what we look, uh-oh. Not good. There was many of us. Really? Oh, there we go. Okay, well, we found something, and there's apparently an exit over this way. I wish I was better at Sekiro. Oh, Sekiro's fucking... It's like... Sekiro's a good time. I like Sekiro. But it's also, like... It's very different if you approach it from, like... Whoa. If you approach it with the mindset that you approach, like, Souls, it's probably gonna be a bad time. Oh. It's the best, like, action rhythm game I've ever played. And once it clicked, it was so wonderful. Okay. I thought that might be a platform. We must be missing like triple jump or something. Sekiro seems like a tension game where getting discovered is still a bad idea, but it doesn't make the gameplay utter shit on the spot. My one thing is I don't feel like they reward you enough for doing things stealthy in Sekiro. Because there's definitely like a good reward for like killing things, but it doesn't feel like the reward for stealthing things is much where it needs to be. Okay, well, I guess we can go back this way and hope we don't die. Really, I feel like having to play a Souls game is pretty severe punishment. I mean, like, are you implying the punishment is reward? Then not quite what I was going for, but that's fair. We don't talk about Shadows of War though. Sounds intense. I don't know. I'm not familiar with these games, so we're gonna go with. I think the arrows might be a good idea. Let's try that. Even though I love the flail so much, but it's not as useful as what it could be. When the punishment is your reward, but oh, okay, gotcha. Like, yeah, but like I feel like, how to put it, like killing things gives you souls. Souls are a little important. Stealthing, I forget what stealthing rewards you. There is a reward for stealthing in it, but it wasn't as equal to killing things. Yeah. Alright, so let's, I think it's probably, we've covered quite a little bit of map here. We've took out 2 mid-bosses, which I'd say probably means there's going to be a full boss here somewhere. I guess probably in the middle, because it looks like there's a big space there I haven't been to. Yeah. You can kill in stealth. That's true. That is true. That is true. Just like looking at this. It's definitely somewhere in the middle. So there's probably a boss in this area. Okay. Anyways, I think it's a good time for us to move on from this for now. We got unstuck, so that's something. I'm not really in love with this area that we're in. It's a little bit too like convoluted, I think, but yeah. It's a catacombs. Would it really be a catacombs if it wasn't convoluted? So really that's what it is. So there we go. But anyways. I was asking, you can get stealth kills. I think the bigger enemies in the game you don't get stealth kills on so much, which is where it kind of, I feel like the stealth kind of is like so-so. Alright. Which makes sense, because obviously if you could stealth kill the big enemies, it would, you can do pretty good damage to them though, so I guess like that's something. Like 40% done with Sekiro. Sekiro's what I kind of almost want to go back to, but at this point I don't really have too much reason to go back to it. Make it near impossible to still kill anyone. The late game it becomes much harder, and the enemies generally don't, like, if my memory's correct, the later half, like, you're not, how to put it, like, stealth is like still valuable, but it's like I guess what it is what you want to be doing is you want to be using like a mix of stealth and killing, whereas like to go full stealth isn't rewarded like equally. A game that let you stealth run but not entirely sound like a recipe for my underlying hatred. Would it be weird? Would it be fun? Imagine a game like Dark Souls in every respect except you can stealth kill everything. Every boss. I mean, there's probably a mod for that. Alright. Let's see here. Wasn't that Tenchu? I've never actually played Tenchu either, so I can't answer that. We only ended up pulling 1 achievement tonight, so that's... yeah, this is what it is. It's not my focus in the first playthrough, but always good to keep track of it. There we go. Alright. Alright, I ended up playing that way longer than what I meant to. Ended up going for 3 hours. We were in the catacombs. Sometimes it'd be like that. How's everybody doing tonight? What's everybody up to? Seems like it's been discussion night. There we go. That should be better. There we go. Doing all right. I guess what it is I guess with Sekiro, my feelings on stealth is at a certain point you do have to have like stats. If you go full stealth, you're gonna be pretty flimsy for bosses. If you do half and half, really, I guess is what the game is ultimately encouraging you to do, I guess. Get lost and stuck sounds like all the Catacombs in all video games. Yeah, pretty much. Here we go. So anyways, we're gonna move on to our next game for the night, which is gonna be we're gonna be starting something new. We're gonna be playing Umehara Kawase Shun.